Hey everyone, welcome to another episode of Tell Me Yours, a storytelling podcast with me, your host, Trey Everett. Hello and welcome to another episode of Tell Me Yours, a storytelling podcast with me, your host, Trey Everett. So excited for my guest today. She's a songwriter, a singer, a dancer, a vocalist. She does it all. She's brilliant at it. You can catch her leading groups such as Pom Poms and Pretty Polly. She also releases music under her own name. It's all incredible. Definitely check it out. Jessie Payo is on the pod today. She has a hilarious story about adolescence and the throes of middle school. You're going to love it. It literally had me in stitches. She's so funny. This story is great. Without further ado, please welcome Jessie Payo.
There we go.
You can hear me now?
Yes.
Hi.
Hi.
How's your day going?
It's so good because I haven't been doing what I was supposed to be doing.
Perfect.
I've been like all of a sudden in vacation mode.
Nice.
I got up really early and I was like, oh, I'm going to be so successful today. And I'm not.
I love that. I mean, to be honest, that's me most days. I have very big dreams, very big goals, and I don't end up doing a whole lot of anything.
Yeah, I was like, well, at least I could say I did a podcast and
There you go.
I walked up a mountain. So.
Hey, that's more than I can say. Yeah, I just did one of those things. That is so good. Are you actually on vacation right now, or you just feel like you're on vacation right now?
I feel like I am. I have been just traveling a lot with shows. Mm-hmm. So it's been my first like steady week and a half back.
Oh, wow.
At home. So it feels that's why I can't do a lot.
Yeah.
Because I'm like, I gotta relax. I gotta sunbathe.
I love it.
I gotta make a cheese plate in the middle of the day.
That's so good. You're going to tell me a story today.
I am going to tell you a story today.
I'm excited.
I kind of tested it out a little bit before because I wasn't sure. I have a lot of tiny, strange occurrences.
I love it.
But I thought I'd take it back.
Okay.
To 7th grade.
Perfect.
When we all look great. We're all so confident.
Perfect.
And everything goes perfectly well.
Oh my
gosh. I was a tomboy.
Okay.
I loved Doc Martens and flannel. Okay. Always had a sweatshirt around my waist for some reason, even if I didn't wear the sweatshirt.
Totally.
And I just had like two other friends.
Classic outfit staple. The sweater that you might not put on. I'm into it.
The sweater belt.
There you go. There you go.
It's a sweater belt. I had only two friends. We were the grunge kids that threw beans at people. I so badly wanted to be a hot girl.
Oh,
so badly. I remember this girl, Talia, sitting across from me, like decked out. Her mom just took her to Melrose that weekend, and she just looked like a dream. She looked like she was like 20 years old. And I was like,
my gosh.
Wow. And I'm like blunt, bowl cut, big teeth, and kind of awkward. Good. But I love to sing.
Okay.
Obviously.
Yeah.
And the cool thing to do is join the choir. And I auditioned for the choir. I got put in like the second best one. Okay. Because I think I was really nervous. Mm-hmm. And slowly, like, I got to graduate onto like the main choir. So when you're in the main choir, there's a uniform, there's auditions for solos, there's all this stuff. So once I got my confidence that I could sing, I was granted some solos, and we had a big concert coming up.
Okay.
So I had two major moments in the show. The first one was a duet from Miss Saigon. A very serious number where the lead character confronts the wife of the man the lead character is in love with. And it's called Now That I've Seen Her. And it's like,
it's a great song.
And we're in 7th grade. The girl that plays the lead character is the most popular blonde, big butted girl.
Oh my God.
Brittany.
Okay.
Brittany and Jessie Payo are the best singers in the school. Brittany's the most popular. Jessie is very questionable as a human being. But I got to do this duet with her, so we were equals.
Yeah.
So very excited. I'm also a trained dancer, so I had a one up on everyone. So
Perfect.
I was given dance solos as well. So I'm wearing this very smart blue dress that makes me feel like I'm the part, like I'm this like 40-year-old wife of a soldier. And I'm very dramatic.
Really getting into the character at this point.
Getting into it. I had this thing that I did where like in between my singing, I would like turn my profile from the stage, like with my eyes turned down. Because I really wanted them to know that I was going to go to Broadway someday.
I love it so much.
This was my time to be accepted.
So hell yeah, absolutely.
Like I was looking, okay, so the concert was obviously after school, but we got to do a couple numbers for the entire school.
Perfect.
Like right before lunch, like in the middle of the day. So I was like, oh my God, now they're going to see me. Finally. Now that they're going to know that Jessie Payo is not some dork that like draws on her Doc Martens. And I was ready. I was like, all guys are going to come after me. It's been great because I have the smart blue suit dress too.
There you go.
So what happens in the show, because we've condensed the show, there has to be a quick change between the duet and the main like the big choir number for like the best of the best. Mm-hmm. And the song is Turn the Beat Around. Perfect. By Gloria Estefan. Okay.
Often played with the song for Miss Saigon. Those two often go together.
I mean, the dynamics. You go from now that I've seen her, I know why he lied. And then go into the turn the beat, turn the beat around, turn it up, up. You're just basically on a cruise ship at that point.
So good.
Yeah. So then they're like, Jessie, can you handle a quick change? Because what happens is at the beginning of Turn the Beat Around, I got the dance solo where my back is facing the audience and I turn to a pirouette, a kick, and lay back. And I'm front and center. So I was like, oh my God, I'm going to hit them with a 1-2 punch here.
I love it.
So I finished now that I've seen her, and I have to so I zip backstage. I have my friend Samantha holding the dress. So the choir dress is like this white spandex with a sequined top dress. So it should be really easy. It just like slips right on. So I'm like, great. And we have these like tights, and then they have these like sport underwears like that you wear under. So when you turn, it's not like you're flashing anybody. You're great. Yeah. You're safe. Mm-hmm. I forget what they call them. There was like a word for it. I don't know. Spanx. But
middle school choir Spanx. That's great.
Middle school
choir Spanx.
Spanx.
Perfect.
Oh, I'm gonna have to think of a word for that. So then I dash back. Samantha has the dress ready to go. Unzip the blue dress. I put my arms in the sleeves and then I just cram the dress down and I start running. And Samantha goes, no, stop. And I'm like, no. I have to go. She goes, oh, Jessie. And I run to the center of the stage and spin with my back facing the audience in complete silence. And I just hear an uproar of laughter.
Oh, no.
And I'm like, what is going on? And Samantha's running after me, and my whole the whole back of the dress is stuffed into my tights and my middle school choir Spanx. The whole thing is stuffed. And she's tugging at it. There's no music going on. She's tugging at it. I'm like trying to maneuver out of the situation. And finally I get free. And then the music starts and I have to do the spin kick, lay back, which I do, but through the thought in my mind the whole time, and the number is, I still have to be at school for the rest of the day.
Oh my God.
I have to walk
no.
through the halls of school after they've all seen my butt. Like I was literally the butt of the joke. Like my butt was the joke. I remember there was this one kid named Edgar, and he always laughed at me. He always called me Bubble Butt anyway. And he's the first person I see walking down the hall of the lockers, and he has his mouth cupped.
Oh.
And he's pointing at me, and he just goes, "Booty girl."
Oh man.
And thank God iPhones were not a thing.
Yes.
At the time.
Yes.
So years later, my brother goes to the same middle school, and someone in the choir asks, they go, "Oh, last name Payo, is Jessie Payo your sister?" And he's like, "Yeah." And he goes, "Oh, she's like a legend." He's like, "Why is she a legend?" "Oh, she basically showed her whole butt to the school in the middle of the day."
Oh my God.
And so yeah,
she's a legend.
She's a legend. Like, could you think of something that's not legendary? That's just a very unfortunate occurrence.
That's so funny. That's the stuff that makes legends of kids, though. I love that.
I know.
She's a legend.
I wish I could say like the embarrassing moments stopped there, but they just kept coming.
I love it so much. Like when something like that happens when you're that age, an age where you have nothing else going on emotionally or intellectually. Yeah. It's the very easy time for girls especially.
Yes.
Something like that happens, like, I love that you say your first thought was like, I have to be at school for the rest of the day. I think that's so funny. Like, that's such a brilliant first thought. Obviously, there was embarrassment there, but like, is that something that hung over you for a long time, or were you just kind of like, it happened, whatever, move on? I have a performance tonight.
Oh, it hung for a little bit because, and I still do this to this day, which I'm embarrassed to say, is that I think that when I get on stage, like the world, the clouds will part for me, for someone. Like they're going to see, and they're going to feel like they just saw like Elvis.
I love
like,
it.
Oh man. So I was like, oh man, this is going to be the time that I'm finally going to be accepted. And it just went completely wrong. Like it went the other way. It just like basically like solidified that I was a freaking dork. Like it was just like, you're a dork. And we don't care that you sang really well because we just saw your tights stuffed into your skirt stuffed in the back of your tights. Like a little kid, like wearing a diaper and a leotard.
Oh man.
As you can tell, I haven't gotten over it. I was supposed to be the star. It was the star, I guess.
Oh my gosh.
They couldn't.
You're a legend. They still talk about you. Legend. Some say they still talk about that performance.
Some say.
That is so good.
I'm sure the story is so much. If it was passed down, it's probably a completely different story.
Yeah, point. Absolutely. Like yeah, absolutely.
Like, I probably fell from the rafters naked.
Like, holy shit.
You're
Jessie Payo's brother? Oh my God, that is so good.
Yeah. I mean,
oh my gosh.
that kind of stuff happened to me all the time. Like I was like the kind of kid that would like go to the front of the room and and would just like fall, like just like prat fall in the middle of a presentation.
Yeah.
Or I was just prat falling everywhere. You would think it was a bit. I don't know.
I love that.
I couldn't stop laughing, but I can't stop laughing in hindsight.
That's so good. That's so good. I love it. That's brilliant. And that's perfect.
And we grow.
It's exactly what we do here.
Oh my God. Yeah, I was really like, I don't know what it is, but I think I just dug up all of my misfortunes. Like all the terrible things that have gone wrong for me. Like I fell off stage once in a blues performance because
oh my God.
I was like, I played in a blues band with my dad for many years and in
That's
high
so
school.
Cool.
And I thought that I was like the coolest blues singer, but I was like 16, but I looked like a young 16. I looked really young.
Yeah.
I'd get really emotional and like close my eyes and, emote. And I'm playing in bars and people are like, what the fuck is this? Like, what is she doing? And one time I got so into it, I fell off stage and the table in front could not keep it together. They were laughing so hard.
Oh, no.
And I thought I'd win them back with my amazing voice and my talent. And I just angry sang at them and pointed at them. And they just kept on laughing. Like one guy was crying because it was so aggressive. So, yeah,
that
I mean, I won't ever do that again. I mean, maybe I should. Maybe I should.
Hey, I bet they still talk about that night.
This child fell off stage singing Pussycat Blues. And
so
she's like
good.
13.
Oh my gosh, that is so funny. When you look back at moments like that now, like how do you feel when you think about moments like that today?
Well, it's all of these moments make us who we are. Like
Absolutely.
I think that all of these really embarrassing moments have kind of forced me to not take myself so seriously.
I love it.
So now if I want to go balls to the wall, I'm like, I've already been so embarrassed so many times since I was a kid. Like if I get embarrassed again, it's like, well, fine.
Yeah.
If you got a laugh out of it, like that's great. Cause like I love when people do stupid shit by accident all the time. So
100%.
So yeah, I think these are all the stories that make us. So you can either take it for what it is or just like fucking be sad that you showed your underwear in front of a whole school like when you're a kid.
I love that. I love that too, because like especially as a performer now, like it's moments like that. Like if I'm playing a show and I fuck up, like who cares? Just like just keep going, just move on. Like enjoy it, be in the moment, and like people will pick up on that. And so I think like if you don't have experiences like that when you're young, it probably makes it more difficult to be able to kind of like control that when you're older.
Like if you have a charmed life.
Yeah, exactly. Like I actually was the star and everyone already liked me. It was great. You know what I mean?
And that's probably where they stayed,
Yeah, and that's it. Yeah, that's it.
That's it.
I would much rather have my dress tucked into my underwear in front of the whole school in 7th grade. I'd much rather have that happen.
Oh my God. It's really taken me back into a time machine.
So good.
7th grade Jessie was doing things.
She had
seeing
the
shit
world going on. Yeah.
Yeah.
That is excellent. Oh my gosh. Thank you so much. That was perfect.
Thanks for having me.
Of course. Absolutely. Yeah, you're the best. This was great. Thanks for taking some time to chat. Yeah, I appreciate the story.
Yeah, me too.
All right, Jessie, have a great rest of your day. I'll talk to you soon.
Bye.
Take care. Thank you so much for listening to this week's episode of Tell Me Yours. Thank you so much to Jessie Payo for coming on and telling us that hilarious story. If you want to follow Jessie on Instagram, she is just at Jessie Payo. If you want to follow her group Pom Poms on Instagram and Spotify, they are at Pom Poms Music. Be sure to follow her, follow along, listen to her music. She's brilliant. She's awesome. Big fan here. If you want to follow us, Twitter and Instagram at Tell Me Yours Pod. And if you want some extra time with Jessie and an extra story about the Renaissance Fair, head over to patreon.com/tellmeyours. You'll get some exclusive time, a little bit more conversation with Jessie. So once again, patreon.com/tellmeyours to subscribe there. Thank you so much again for listening. And until next week, be kind to each other, and we'll talk soon.